I want to welcome some good friends of mine with some new music here to KXFM, 3 doors down.
Not quite.
Wait, Chord Kings.
Not quite.
Oh,
You missed about a couple decades. That's okay.
You guys don't sing.
Good night.
You guys don't sing that Superman. I'm flying so crazy.
Oh, no,
not you
that's the
guys?
wrong band.
Oh,
I think I woke up naked.
I bet these guys. 3 Chord Kings, welcome to the show. Welcome. Good to have you.
Howdy.
What's going on? I know this guy over here. I've spent some time with him in a tour van and hotel rooms.
In a seedy hotel room in the back of a van.
Yeah.
Sounds kind of weird.
You know, actually, one time we were on tour speaking to TSOL, and we got to a place in Reno, and we went in. And the funny story is, I says, well, you know, we had to carry all the gear. That was the deal, right? We had to have all the merch and we backlined the van. And
yeah,
Jack,
come on tour with us. Bring the gear.
Yeah, Jack goes, we're gonna stay here. And then I walked into the hotel room. There's blood on the walls. I mean, the pool was filled with dirt. It's just a shoddy place in Reno. And then someone goes up to Jack and goes, yeah, the opening band left because we wouldn't stay in the hotel. And TSOL actually stayed in that hotel.
Yeah.
So there you have it. You know,
I was just
snobby
telling,
punk rockers.
I was telling Andy a
Snobby
story.
punk rockers.
I was telling Andy a story about TSOL. So check this out. I'm 10 years old. I'm living in my mom's house in Buena Park.
Are you
right?
still living in your mom's house?
No.
Oh, we're
Well,
talking.
that's
It's a 2008.
So all of a sudden, these new neighbors move in directly across the street, right?
Right.
And I'm like, I'm 10 years old. I'm out on my skateboard. You know, these guys are hanging out at the house, loud music going on. Obviously, a band's playing in the garage. Next thing you know, the house changes colors. Goes from being like a white and gray to a dark purple with black trim.
The mushrooms are really good.
What is happening, right? Didn't even realize it until I was probably about 12 years old. They moved out when I was 13, but that was TSOL. Jack moved in.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say your parents moved out.
No. Yeah. So Jack
Jack teach you how to do it.
in Buena Park.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, there's so many stories, and if you dig deep, like through some of the podcasts he's done and some interviews, I mean, the guy's just a storyteller. I mean, we were on the road with him, and it's just one story after another.
Some good stories.
Some
too.
really good
Yeah,
stories.
yeah.
So yeah, I mean,
Back in
that
the
doesn't
80s.
surprise
Cool
me.
dude.
Yeah, great guy. So anyway, welcome to the show, man. What's going on? Go through the mics. Tell me who you are, what's going on, and let's talk about this record and what you guys got going on. You guys recorded it with Paul Miner.
We did. Paul
Yeah,
Miner.
right.
Big Paul Miner fan.
Yeah, much love to Paul Miner. Love that guy. He's
Paul sauce.
Yeah, Paul's
That's what we
great.
call it.
So Rodney drums, I already know that.
I
So
play the drums. Todd.
Todd Harper, I'm on the guitar.
Joe McMillan, singer, guitarist.
Ray Booth, guitar player. Andy Farmer, I play a 1-string bass. That's all I need.
But he can play 20 notes.
Less is more. It's awesome.
So what's going on? You guys recorded some new music. You guys, so you were telling me you don't have a lot out right now.
We
Or
don't really
like
have
you
much.
guys. So
This is the new rendition of the correct lineup.
Band's
so
evolved
let's go
a
back to
little
day
bit.
one. Who started this band?
Actually, Andy.
No, well, Andy and Ray were jamming with a guy named Jason Stout, and I know a guy named Jeff Sandin
Hi, Jason.
who turned me on to Jason Stout. I gave him a call. He says, "Yeah, come down." The 4 of us started jamming. Jason had to leave.
Jason's an awesome drummer, by the way.
Yep. Galway Hooker Band.
That's right.
Jimmy Cena played for a while, kind of Spinal Tap-ish of us, but eventually we got Rodney and Todd, and this has been in the lineup for like 2 years.
And so, who named the band?
I'll take credit for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, where are you guys originally from? I'm in Orange County, but whereabouts? Or are you guys from Orange County?
Huntington Beach, Costa Mesa.
Okay, right on. And then, so you guys, this is a new rendition. So you guys been writing and recording, and now this is the first time in the studio.
Yeah, we got a lot of songs ready to record.
How many songs did you guys record?
On this album, there's 14.
14. Well, we probably got another 2 albums worth, I would say.
And so I presume Paul mastered them as well.
Oh yeah.
We call that the Paul Glaze.
It's the one-stop shop for bands.
Yeah,
I mean,
for
it
sure.
That guy's
really
great.
is.
Great
It really
environment
is.
to work in.
Yeah.
He's streamlines everything, so you're really getting your money's worth.
And if you're a gear
if you
nerd,
need ideas, he's
Best
quick to,
gear.
hey, try that. You know,
Yeah,
it's
Paul's
real
great.
nice.
I remember when Paul was recording back in the 90s at a place in Orange called For the Record. on reel to reel.
Yeah.
And I used to watch Paul. The guy that owned the place, his name was E. And Paul would take these bands that weren't really, you know, they didn't have much going on. Back then it was like in the punk rock, it was like the Game Faces and the No Use for the Names and bands like that. And the Pennywises and those No Effects bands, they had their thing going, but Paul and E were really focused on this Orange County punk rock thing. And I remember watching Paul like at 2 o'clock in the morning, cutting tape, running a tape deck, and just seeing the integrity and the drive. And then, you know, to see him succeed into what he has now is really a feather in his hat. I mean, the guy is, not only does he have a great attitude and he's a great musician, but he's so good at his job. And he makes it really fun and easy for bands to record. You know, some people come in there, they can't sing very well. They can't play their instrument very well. But he will get the best out of you and make you feel good and confident. So I have so much love for that guy. And he does it in my hometown of Orange.
Yep, Buzz
So,
Bomb Studios.
yeah, dude,
100%. And he
Paul-
likes
Paul's
hockey
like-
too, which is
I
fun.
remember
He plays hockey.
He's a Kings fan.
That's
So
right.
Paul, Paul, when he opened up that studio.
That's the only bummer though, Greg. If you miss a note, then you walk out with a missing tooth. It's a bummer, man.
Did you
We
show
call me
Paul's
enforcer.
tough, man.
Rodney? Did you guys get to have fun with the plastic penis?
The plastic penis made an appearance.
Oh,
Hey, don't talk
Which
about
one?
that.
I wore it on my head.
I think that was, I missed that
and
day.
he's got a bidet in the bathroom.
Luckily.
Really recommend
That-
waiting to get there to do your thing.
Oh my God! When we found that
That's a
thing,
life changer.
I swear to God, I couldn't put it down. I don't know why. I'm just saying.
No, I'm not. I'm
just
talking about the
saying.
bidet.
Yeah, just talk about the
I'm talking about the bidet.
No. So great. So back when he was working at For the Record,
Yeah.
I had done a record there, right?
Mhm.
But he was interning at that time, back in that day.
Right, exactly.
But there was a engineer that was working there, Jim Monroe, and he was engineering our project that we were on at that time. But Paul was, I seen him around, right? And he was always doing what he's doing. He was interning at that time.
Right.
Well, when we go in to make this record, right, I knew, because I've kind of paid attention a little bit of what Paul has been doing over the last, 25 years, right? And so, like, the guys, we've been making these songs for a year and a half, right? Going through them. And when we go into the studio, I take this approach. These guys don't even realize it. Like, I'm gonna go in there and just lay down tracks, because guess what? This man knows what he's doing. And so, like, my guitar work on that record,
Mhm.
there's probably 14 versions of each track. You know what I mean? And there's so much, but it didn't really take that long, because I knew his editing skills
Right.
are just
His editing skills are top
just
And he's fast.
yeah, it is
He's fast.
incredible.
Yeah, he's rad.
So by the time it was all done, now I had to spend the last 3 months learning how to play my songs.
And he almost has them down.
yeah.
I'm gonna mention one thing about Paul Miner. Paul Miner not only is a hockey fan, but he plays hockey.
Right.
So he plays on a team called the Jokers, Sunday nights in Anaheim. So you can go watch Paul Miner play hockey. And he looks like a hockey player.
He's a wall.
Not
He
a
stops
man.
everything.
Not a man you want to run into. You're gonna fall down.
I remember when Death by Stereo got signed back in 2000, maybe 99 to Epitaph, and I remember being friends with Paul. I was working at a parts department at a Chevrolet dealer, and he came and bought an S10 truck. And I remember shortly after that, Death by Stereo got signed, and I remember looking at his tour schedule, and dude, they were playing shows back like in the late 90s, like on Thanksgiving and Christmas, like the day after Christmas and Christmas Eve. Like their tour schedule was so insane. Like I was like, wow, like it was just tour. And I'm just like, and he put the work in, and he deserves all the success. And so mad love to Paul. If you're in a band, you want to record, get a hold of Paul Miner at Buzz Bomb Studios. He's the raddest, and he'll make you feel good. And he's not terribly expensive either, and he's got great connections, and he works with great musicians all around. So mad love to Paul Miner, and I'm stoked that you guys got to work with him. And that brings me to my next question is, when you guys went in there, did you do any pre-production, or was everything, were you guys just ready to rock?
We were pretty ready. We did a little pre-production, but we were pretty ready.
Yeah. So who writes the songs? Do you guys write as a band, or does one person write and bring it
Yeah, we
together?
write as a band.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ideas come in and then you jam them out.
Is it easy for all 5 of you guys to get together with the group texting to get together, or, and have a set schedule, or is there that one guy that's like,
Campfires
that's
on the
where Gina
weekends.
comes in,
Campfires
too.
on the weekends,
Yeah.
Joe, right?
Yep.
Campfires on the
Bonfires,
weekends, acoustic
writing
guitars,
riffs.
yeah, that's right.
and then
If
you
ju-
make it live, and life's good.
If you're just tuning in, this is the Music Show KXFM 104.7. My guest tonight is Chord Kings from Huntington Beach, California. They have some new music out, and we're discussing it right now. Also, I wanted to elaborate that when I seen Rodney playing with you guys, I showed up to a few shows, and I really loved the music and the band, and that's no BS. I really wanted, when he asked to come on the show, I said, yeah, let's do it, because there was one thing that really was a breath of fresh air with you guys is how kind you guys all are.
Thank
Super
you.
cool dudes. And I remember going, God, there's not one prima donna in this band. At least not that I know of. So, to me, that really today is, people could say the local scene isn't competitive, but it is to an extent.
It's extremely competitive.
It's very competitive, and to have a sense of stability and be grounded, and just be a cool person and be a reasonable person really goes a million miles with me. So mad love and props to you guys.
Appreciate
for
it.
that,
And I
you know what
find
I'm saying?
if you we all look at this as the greatest hobby in the world. So it's real easy to be kind because
Not
you're
Rodney.
just having a good
Rodney's
time.
banking on
No,
it.
Rodney.
He's still waiting for the
He wants to be
payday.
a rock star.
Rodney's a lifer.
More rock, less star. That's my motto.
Yeah.
But
Hey, the best thing about Rodney is Rodney can drive the
He's a
tour
good
van.
drummer. That's the
Yeah.
best thing about him.
Drumming? Screw the drumming. Let him drive the grapevine.
He's our
during
secret
the
weapon.
snow.
I have
Him and Gina.
bus. I have owned
do
and
everything.
operated a tour bus. That's
Yeah.
why I'm broke now.
Yeah. Oh, well, I guess that's when you guys will find out how much you really love each other, is when you get on the road.
Yeah. Exactly.
So anyway, let's dive into some music. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna play a song. Your lovely manager over here, give her some love again. What's her name?
Gina, assistant member.
Okay, so since these songs are not on any platforms now, we're very privileged to have them.
Not yet. They're coming.
He's coming.
So we got a single coming out on
Right.
the 25th of March. We have a second single coming out on April 8th. And then the full album will drop April 23rd on all
Julie's birthday. Hi,
digital
Julie. Love you.
platforms.
Okay, we'll get into that. So what I decided to do, being that you guys are kind of a, it's a rebirth, if you will, of the band, I decided that I'm not going to ask anything. I'm just going to play a song, and then we'll talk about it afterwards. You can tell me about it, and then tell us about the new songs, and then we'll talk about your shows, all your social media, and how your wives feel about you guys all being 50 years old, still trying to make it as rock stars. It's KXFM.
Cold city's goodbyes, leaving tomorrow's day sun. He sailed through the night. She knew he would come, but the star decided to blow, altering the time stream's flow. The nav went to right and sent him to crow. That's just how it goes on the Starlight Rose. The asteroid had blackened out space. In seconds the station would trace and lock on a beam that Cole couldn't flee. Number 3 engine is fried. Nav still rebooting, suborbital drive is offline. The weapons are stowed. That's just how it goes on the Starlight Rose. Explosion, it fractured the core, ripping through time space. A black hole occurs, echo knows that gravity blows. That's just how it goes on the Starlight Rose. Take it away. Even horizon, it stretches him thin, then he's home. The woman she knows greets him at that door of the Starlight Rose. Greets him at that door of the Starlight Rose. Greets him at that door of the Starlight Rose.
KXFM 104.7, this is the music show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's been a minute since I've been here. My name is Greg Dixon and I'm back. Thanks for having me. I have some great guests in the studio tonight. Although if you're just tuning in, that first song you heard was new TSOL. Yep. A nostalgic band releasing new music. It is an amazing record. If you are a fan or not even a fan of TSOL, and you're expecting a hardcore record, you're mistaken. It's a brilliant record. It is well recorded, super punchy. Jack's lyrics are absolutely amazing. I will be having him in the studio in the next few weeks to discuss this record and where it was recorded, what's in the future for TSOL, and how they came up with this concept. This record is absolutely amazing. I'm so stoked to call these guys friends and to be able to say I've shared the stage with these guys many times. Get behind it. New TSOL out right now on all platforms. The band after that, Turnstile, which you can catch at the No Values tour coming up this summer. There's a million bands on this bill, but I do really want to put out a big shout out to this band, Turnstile. I got behind these guys probably 3 years ago. My son turned me on to them. I seen them play for 10 people in a skateboard shop from Baltimore. This is the new punk rock. These guys are absolutely amazing. I think this band is probably going to pull 10,000 kids on their own to the No Values festival. If you
couple of broke-ass fools hang around this town, let what others say come true. I'm good for for nothing, they just figure ain't good enough for that ring on your finger. And oh, wouldn't you know, she cries, it's a fate to stay with a man who stays out late. Me, I'm just a drunk ass fool. Hang around this town and let what others say come true. I'm good for nothing, they just figure ain't good enough for that ring on your finger. And oh, wouldn't you know, she cries, it's a fate to stay with a man who stays out late.
Yeah, no, it's clean. It sounds really, really great. So that's a great song. So we'll just dive into one more. When is your guys' next show?
March
Gina?
23rd.
The Doll Hut.
March 23rd, Doll Hut.
The Doll Hut.
The
Yeah.
Doll
Who are you playing
Hut.
there with? Chris McBride?
Isn't that the Gasoline Addicts?
We have no idea.
I think a gasoline act,
Yeah.
yeah. And then we also have a show April 5th at Mother's
Dude, we play for
Tavern.
free, so if anybody wants to book us,
Hey, don't say that.
Give
We
us
got a record
beers.
to pay for.
and yeah, we just like playing.
We'll
It's
send
a
over-
great hobby.
We play for
right?
free, but we got
you
a
get
lengthy
together once a
rider.
week with your buddies, drink some beers, write some songs.
What's your writer?
Hey, did
You
you
don't
ever,
wanna know.
did you ever find out what time our set time is?
Yeah,
at
we're
the
still
Doll Hut?
waiting.
You're still at 7:30.
Midnight.
Mother's Tavern, April
7:30.
5th, 5
It
to
might be
8.
an early
That's-
show.
that's
We got the
10:30.
matinee spot.
My son
7:30.
said today, yeah, but that's the new 10:30.
So bring your 10-year-old. It'll be great.
Yeah.
You can have them home by 9 and in bed.
To where?
To
That is one thing with the band. Your rhythm section is
So-
on fire.
so
but the
this
guitar
is-
work is. So are you? What kind of amp are you running?
You know what? I just recently picked up about 6 months ago. It was right before we went in the studio. A Trainer Mach 3. It's a 1972 amp. And I had a good friend of mine, Corey Gash. He and I had been friends for 30 years. 30 years ago, I was hanging out with him. We were building a studio at his studio, and there was always gear coming through his place, and we had one of these trainer amps come through. But back 30 years ago, who's gonna play that? Nobody.
Right.
I need to have a Marshall. I need a half stack. Right? I mean, that's just
I feel like that's directed at
that's
me.
that's the way we were back then, right? But the tones out of that amplifier were just
It's a lot easier to
unreal.
carry when you're 20 years
So-
old too.
Yeah, by the way, I think you're gonna throw your back
Right.
out carrying that apparatus.
I know, it's a tank.
Can
It's
he
a tank.
finish telling
Hey,
me what he was telling
No,
It's a tank.
that's the thing.
It's
Todd's
a tank.
stories are 20 minutes long.
Yeah.
and then
We're gonna give
so-
you the Cliff Hill version right
He
now.
told a 30-minute story
Here's the
before
point.
last Christmas about this monster truck that he
So
wanted,
here's,
and we
so
turned
here's
that
the
into a
overall
Christmas
point
song.
Todd was trying to make.
Yeah.
So he came up on this trainer, and
So
we
it's
were
a
all
trainer.
playing together.
So now,
Hey,
so
Todd,
what
Todd, I'm
we're
taking this
listening
up.
to right now
No, I'm not.
is all the lead guitar work is done on my trainer amp with my Gibson Les Paul Custom, which I've owned since 1991.
Sure.
It's just a great tone. It's really a really good
So
tone.
Todd comes in with this guitar amp, loading it up on this dolly, and it's like we needed a forklift to get it up on this, platform that we had it
All
on.
right.
And
my neck and my back.
I think we've been playing together for about 3, 4, or 5 months at the time. And then all of a sudden, you start hearing Todd's guitar come through, and it's just this tone, and it's like, wow, dude, this is a whole different band now because of that one amp. It's just crazy
sounds
about
great,
guitar,
yeah.
every kind of gear.
And that's one thing I noticed about you guys too, is when Rodney invited me out to see you guys, that sometimes like I'll look at music like doing my punk rock thing is for fun and whatnot, and I do take it very serious, and I do give it my all. But there is one thing that as I've gotten older, I've really realized that the business aspects of music and having a good taste in music has really been a big attaboy for me. And that's something that I've leaned on, and maybe that's why I went to work with Live Nation. I've done the radio thing, and when I come across a band like you guys, where I could see you guys play with a band like the Dwarves, where it's like, well, I'm asking myself, how's this going to go over? And it went over great, and that's really what's awesome about you guys, is that you guys are able to cross over, you're able to have this dynamic and this sound and this stage presence that you're able to play with a hardcore band like that, or a punk rock band like that, and then for the, however many people, 20, 30, 100, 50,000 people after a show, 2 people, whatever, that come up to you and talk to you guys in the parking lot after that, seeing how genuine and grounded and rad guys you are, I think that the whole package for Chord Kings is really kick-ass.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate
And
that.
so I'm stoked for you guys.
Nice, thank you.
I really hope you guys continue to have good success and good health, obviously, and good camaraderie, and you're able to really push the envelope and move the needle with what you guys are doing, because I do go watch a lot of bands, and I support a lot of bands, but I really do think you guys are onto something, and I don't say that because you're homies or anything. I mean, I tell you how it is, and I think you guys really should definitely pursue what you're doing and keep pushing forward, because having the ability to, the big thing for me was really seeing you guys cross over with that crowd. Now I'm seeing you guys can play with the Rev, you guys could play with Fear, you guys could play with anybody and still have this ability to gain some feedback and some fans from their fans. So feather in your hat, Chord Kings, kick ass, super stoked that you're here tonight. Love your guys' stuff, and I'm really excited to see where you guys go with this.
Thank you. Thanks. Appreciate that.
All right, let's play another song.
Yeah.
All right, it's KXFM 104.7. This is The Music Show. I'm your host, Greg Dixon. I am live as I am every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Catch me live, sometimes catch a repeat, but I'm always down to support all the music, local, signed, unsigned, whatever. I don't care who you voted for. I don't care if you're gay. I don't care about any of that. I love music, and I support all you guys. This is The Music Show, KXFM 104.7. My guest tonight, Chord Kings, and here's another song. called. So, one of the verses in there, right? You got a bullet in your head, right? There's only one way to get it out, with a bullet. 3 Chord Kings. Give me your social media. Give me.
You know what's stuck in my head right now? Mama say, Mama say, Mama say.
I'm sorry.
Mama say, Mama say, Mama say. Mama say, ha, Mama say. That.
Well, then why don't you cover that? Maybe you'll be the next.
No, Alien Ant Farm. I know. Me and my boy just had a debate, and he's like, "Dude, this song's banging." I'm like, "You're."
Hey, save that stuff for your podcast.
Yeah.
Hey! We
This is
have
professional.
a new social media platform actually.
Okay, why don't you?
It's
go
called
ahead and-
3chordkings.com.
Yeah.
Thank
you, Gina.
Brand new, Gina.
Novel idea, right?
Okay.
All the places.
Not to-
Instagram, 3 Chord Kings,
Hey, have we
Facebook,
put,
3
have we
Chord
put a little
Kings.
link on there?
Not to be mistaken with 3 Doors Down.
Thanks for that slander.
Unless you have a stripper
My face
pole.
is still
Did we
red from
put that
that.
Hey,
link on there where people can
you know-
send videos of them singing in the shower?
I want to give my friend Brent Waterworth from Taken Days some love. Their new record came out today. So get behind that and check it out if you're into pop punk. Good homies from South Orange County. Much love to Taken Days. Love you guys. Hope you guys do well. Anyway, 3 Chord Kings is my guest tonight. We're going to play another... What song did you send?
Search and Seizure.
Now,
Search and Seizure.
that,
Yeah, that's a good one.
okay, this last song we played,
My other
was that...
fave.
Was
That's
that
a single coming
That was
out.
called Cake.
That's
Okay.
a single coming out.
So tell me about that song. Who wrote it? What's it about?
Cake's about. It's just about politics, basically.
We'll leave it at that.
How'd you come up with the name Cake for politics and whatnot?
You know, let them eat cake. That's Marie Antoinette.
Okay.
You know, look it down. Let them eat cake when the French Revolution's going on. So basically, it's like kind of look at it like that. Like, you know, the money and the power are looking at us like, yeah, let them eat cake. Dirty, massive people. Who told you they were evil? These are fed. Oh, they'll put a bullet in your head.
So how many songs did you guys do with Minor?
14.
And how long did it take you?
7 days.
Really?
6.5.
You guys were there that long?
Yeah. Oh, I think I was done the first day though.
No.
Here we go. Here we go.
He was the
Ronnie,
first
you don't have a job,
We were
so
gonna do
you
10.
better be done in one day.
I've heard it.
Rodney, first take.
My job is
Yeah, we were
playing
gonna do
the
10, and we
drums.
went.
And
in
you
the
do it
first
very
day
well,
doing
my
the drum
friend.
Tracks, and he blew through the 10 real quick. We're like, might as well do some more while we're here.
Well, yeah, when you're working with Rodney, that's how it's gonna go.
Yeah, great drummer.
You know, Greg.
I know. We used to, when we would rehearse, and we'd show up there, and you go, I made the best kale salad today. and Brent would say,
Dude,
if I didn't have a job,
That boy can cook food, man. I gotta give him credit.
Brent would say, if I didn't have a job, I'd make a great kale salad too.
I know, huh?
Or it's
If
meat
I had
bag.
8 hours all day
He's
to
like, I
just
made this roast and
ride my bike and
Gotta
tan on the beach.
He's in the gym all day. The band is called 3 Chord Kings, and here's another jam from them, right here on KXFM 104.
Search and Seizure.
Just a Sunday morning, I'm sitting there in my drawers. Police don't even bother knocking out splinters, flying and knock down my door. Turns out wasn't the one they were even looking for. Don't just forgive commands, end up on that goddamn floor. Would you like to stay all up in my hall?
Yeah.
The next show is at the Doll Hut. So if you're wondering, yes, they're still open. You know the best thing about the YouTube stuff is that bands could put music out. Anybody could put music out. Do you know the worst thing about YouTube and bands?
Anybody can put music
Anybody can put music out. I'm
Yeah.
not saying that about you guys. I was just saying that in general.
Real quick on that. if you don't
Toxic
mind.
Energy's got a ton of music.
We do a thing called Bandmates, and